everyone. Here we are again. I've been running through my lists and my many talking to friends and saying my I love yous because I feel like it's necessary, and I don't like the fact that to be informed, we must apparently be crazier than a shithouse rat. Oh, I should inform you in advance. There may be some cussing. I don't know how the shithouse rat became a synonym for crazy or insane, but apparently they must be bonkers and throwing raves up the yin yang and just whatever. But I'm not here to discuss entomology. The other one is study of bugs. But while we're waiting, because there are mail-in ballots to count, there are all sorts of other things, and we are all tired and we are all frustrated. And we've had emotional burnout brought about by the need to be informed, which isn't great. So a few suggestions. Send out I love yous and tell people that you love, hey, by the way, I love you. I know that you shouldn't need to keep that up, but it's probably nice right now, especially with information burnout. So send cards, send something through other than ballots and anger, because the Postal Service, and I say this as the daughter of a postal carrier, has gone completely bonkers. But anyway, so send your I love yous, text your I love yous, call those you love and say, hey, I know that things have been crazy and sometimes we may have disagreed with one another and maybe even had a bit of a squabble. That's okay. Maybe now is the time to get together, enjoy a meal, just love one another. What can you do when you are that exhausted and you are pretty much at the end of a rope? You've had so much information thrown at you that you need to process said information. When you feel like things are still hanging in the air, because let's be honest, we haven't really gotten any answers. What we have are questions. And most of them involve, are we screwed? Are we... where to go from here? And which asshole is in charge of running this country, which apparently is still up in the air, and seriously, which asshole is in charge? And I mean that, regardless of the politician's gender, I'd really like to know the name of the asshole. Just for my sanity's sake. But I feel really weird discussing politics because that's not usually my cup of tea. But anyway, so what to do? Well, may I suggest, besides the aforementioned send a card or a text or a phone call or whatever, saying, hey, I love you just because you're you and you are awesome. Listen to music that you love. I recommend Requiem for a Dying Song by Flogging Molly. I recommend What's Up Yours by Barleyjuice. It's a song to the glory of the kilt, among other things. Smile. laugh, dance. Don't let the bastards grind you down. The Latin phrase people often use for that isn't actually Latin, so I'm not going to use it. Because while I love learning Latin, dog Latin isn't really my cup of tea, although it can be funny. And here is where I become a snob. Okay, so, maybe discuss things that aren't politics. Like, okay, have plans for the future. There is a future. We have futures. Don't let yourself get bogged down with, oh, what happens next? For now, just think forward. Think of going out for a cocoa with a friend. Think of a meal that you want to cook. Think of those you love and just send out your I love yous. Seriously. Think of things that you want to do. Anything but, oh, what the hell is going to happen next? Well, we know that we are in for chicanery and bullshit and just more and more news and an overload of information, because that is life, and the media will overload you with information. And holy crap, sorry, I just realized what I sounded like. And it's a little bit alarming, but anyway, yeah, you will be overloaded sometimes with meaningless crap. So think for now. Don't go insane thinking of future, and we are all screwed, and holy crap. Get out of your head. Get out of your own heads. Do not make yourself sick by over-analyzing, because, listen, this is horrid. Don't make yourself sick by overthinking and by letting the deluge of poor information, because let's face it, we are getting information, but it's all the same damn thing. And it's, guys, I'm gonna have to tell you, we often, the choice now is either being informed or being sane, as in not watching the news, not reading the papers, but take the time. Don't mess yourselves up. If you're feeling a little bit sick because you have just worried yourself sick, if you have stressed yourself out to the point where you are feeling something coming on, please sit down. Get in a rest. Do not, don't analyze that. But sit your butt down and get in a rest. It is okay to not feel okay. And it is okay to have worries and wonder and, oh gosh, what the hell is going to happen? The problem being is that we sometimes get ourselves deluged by too many, well, what the hell is going to happen, that we forget to just live and to just breathe and be, because, but also be there for yourself first. And then, of course, be there for people who you love. But seriously, I am a firm believer that love is necessary, and that we can be better, and political chicanery and batshit notwithstanding, we are capable. We are good. You are good. we can do better than this. But first things first, stop with the us versus them mentality. Everyone has that, which means that everyone is doing the exact same thing and they're hurting themselves and it's not pretty. And maybe stay away from news outlets. Maybe even log off Facebook or Twitter for a while. Yes, I know what I'm saying. Through the medium of YouTube. Coincidence, anyone? But give yourself a chance. And thank you. Thank you so much. And I would play the Golden Girls theme song to tell you thank you for being a friend, but I don't have permission. I think I would get a notice that says we have either removed the music or we've given you a strike. Since I don't want either, I'm just gonna give you my love. Thank you so much for being there, for being friends, for holding on with me, especially when I was at my worst. Some of the people who are watching me have seen me at my worst and on a anti-seizure drug that is affectionately called Dopamax for exactly those reasons, and have seen me grow. And so thank you so much. You are the bomb diddly. I love you all. I love being better, but I want to stay better. I also want people to be okay. And for those of you who just came in, I also recommend musically Frank Turner's Get Better. Links down in the description. And of course the aforementioned songs by Barleyjuice and by Flogging Molly. What's Up Yours and Requiem for a Dying Song. And yes, the second is definitely very political. Oh yeah. But we'll get through. And regardless of political affiliation, you are loved. 100%. Take care, and sorry for this being a long one.